Right, and here we go once again. All right. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Gabe here, and going live once again. There, this time the first talking the first episode of Superman and Supergirl: Reign of Justice fanfic. And as you can see, I'm in a different setting here. Didn't really I would have had the computer set up where I was at last time, but I say yeah, it kind of was doing some other things. Then well, now it's time to start. So I was like, yeah, just going where I'm at here. I was a little tired earlier, so you know how that goes there. Anyway, but we're here. Uh, bring it up and everything there. Let's see. I got distracted looking at wifey. Any that picture by the way. Guess you could probably figure out who Wonder Woman will be in the fan fiction. So anyway, yep. Let me see. Let some of them kind of give time some of them to get in here while I pull this up. I got it on my email here. Oh, here's me. Right. There we are. Super fun things. As Tim reacts, say, "It's fanfic. It's fanfic." I think when they were watching the Turning Red movie. So basically, what I got here. Okay, the episode one, a hero is never truly alone. And like I say, what I did, those of y'all that didn't see the last stream, basically what I did was just put up I guess what you call a synopsis. It's quite a bit in it, but yeah, basically a synopsis. So once I start, reading through it, I can actually give you, you know, further details as I go down, because I sort of have, like a little guideline to go down there, sort of like similar to like an out. It's not really set up like that, but it's sort of similar to an outline like what they do in school. They have them Roman numerals and all that there. Now, but sort of similar to that there. So, um, yeah, I think they do that. I think that's a lot of time how they get book reports together, reports and everything. Um, okay, so let's see. Before we go into this, while we're still waiting for people to come in, definitely like, share, and subscribe. And I get on my nerves there. Like, share, and subscribe. Definitely buy our available books that I talked about in the last couple of live streams. See, I'll give you just 1 second here. Wait till I get on the camera and then start doing that. There. Ooh. So that's as I was saying. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely get our available books that I mentioned in the earlier streams, and also definitely support us on Patreon, just like your boy EJ the Supreme, Big Sis Casey, and Iceman Universe. And also, definitely hang out with us on Facebook and Discord. And let's tell each other some stuff on that Macari app. And yep, let's see. Without further, okay, now don't go nowhere. As my boy EJ say in his streams there, it's like the minute I get on camera, everything starts. It's almost like it's almost like the equivalent of say somebody trying to be in a conference call and all of a sudden, like say kids from outside try to like, Daddy. In my case, it's this dang eye burning. I can get here. Yes. So okay, just give me a second, y'all. Let me turn the music down so I don't get copyright in here. Like I said, ooh, okay, I think I got it now. I definitely apologize for that, people. Try, like I say, one thing about these live stream, you can't really edit it like you want it to. But so, what's going on? The one EJS. I just got your yep, just got your liking the text. So I figured that was probably you there. So all right. So we're gonna go on and get this kicked off. This first episode. A hero is never truly alone there. And as I go along, give you give you the little details, like he said, she said, sort of like a little Thomas Tank Engine storytelling, and also a little bit about the characters as the story's going along. So yeah, so now I know some people probably like, well, we know about Superman and Supergirl and all the other DC characters and stuff, but a little bit how they are in this universe. Because remember, there are multiple versions of these characters, so y'all don't know how they are here. So, all right, so let's get into this. In me phone, pretty much my little mini notebook. All right, so the story starts one Friday afternoon in Metropolis, Illinois. Yes, I put Metropolis, Illinois. I actually looked up the different cities like Metropolis, um, and actually got. Now I did get like. Now there were some other states that information had, but that had information of where like Metropolis and Gotham and all that are. Um, this kind of seems like the more practical Illinois there. Now I know a lot of time I know when the movies like Superman movies came out and Batman movies came out, they always put Metropolis and Gotham right there in New York. So you had two cities looking like New York. So only difference was one was in the daytime, one was at night. So that was so yeah, you had that going on there. But so yeah, but here for this universe, yeah, Metropolis is Illinois. I also have wrote down where the others are. Bring that up real quick. Security question. Location. Yeah, here we are. So Gotham City is going to be New Jersey. It's going to be in New Jersey. Metropolis is in Illinois. Smallville, of course, we know is in Kansas. That's kind of one that actually has been established ever since I think the Smallville series, and probably was hinted at even before then. The way Smallville is set up, kind of out there in the country, kind of not just in the country, but also kind of got that Wizard of Oz vibe feeling there. Where Dorothy's from in Kansas. Somewhere over the rainbow. Except I don't think we're gonna hear Clark trying to sing that song. Yeah, unless it's a universe where he can sing, because maybe then he'll probably be giving Batman a run for his money. We remember Batman was able to sing when he was voiced by Kevin Conroy. Am I blue? Is it so? I was your one and only one, and I know. I was like, that was the most shock. I think, well, not the most, but one of the most shocking things I have seen. Because the villain was like, because Batman's like, well, what do we have to give you? I want something that when you give it, it can't be taken back. And the first thing I'm thinking, she's gonna. I was like, oh, let me guess. You want to know his secret identity? And then it cuts to Batman singing. Like, I say what? Okay, so yeah, Smallville and Candace. Then you got Detroit, Michigan. Now that is a real city and state where John Stewart Green Lantern is from. Um, Central City is in Missouri. And I think that's pretty much what I got there. That's for the moment, yeah. So yeah, so those are the different locations. So anyway, back with the story. Um, so one Friday afternoon in Metropolis, uh, at LexCorp, Lobo and his girlfriend Livewires attack in order to steal some technology from niggas. You know, LexCorp be having their share of technology over there. Um, Lobo, we know anybody who's seen the Superman animated series would probably has seen Lobo in the series. He has shown up a few times in the Superman animated series. Don't really think he's shown up in a lot of other things lately. There is talk of him of a live action Lobo in the Supergirl movie in the future from the James Gunn universe, played by Jason Momoa. Hey, guess what, guys? I'm gonna go play Minecraft. So, translation: he's gonna be Lobo. Um, So yeah, they hadn't really done a lot with Lobo other than the Superman animated series. There, he's just sort of like a punk kind of villain. There, um, he's actually from. There's a planet that he's actually from. But for the life of me, I cannot pronounce that planet name. It is a really odd name to the point. Yeah, I don't even know how you would pronounce it. Somebody there might know. Uh, hey, what's going on, Janara? Nice to see you in the stream. Yep. Shout out to Janara as she said on Facebook as the love of Billy's life. The love for Billy. Yeah, Billy from Power Rangers. Yes, like I say, we all have our crushes from our childhood, and that we love from our TV show. Me included. I've grown up with crushes from different TV shows there. So yeah, I know exactly how that goes there. Um, so yeah, with Lobo, yeah. For my fan fiction, I decided to just make Lobo a Kryptonian. But he's not the same as Superman. Obviously, there's gonna be some differences with him. Um, so yeah, we'll find out as we go in there. Yeah. So um, also another thing that kind of changed. Not only is Lobo gonna be a Kryptonian, also, his girlfriend is a Kryptonian, Livewire. Originally, Livewire is a human who ended up getting electrical powers and through some type of accident, which was shown in the Superman animated series too. In the Superman animated series, Livewire was sort of she was like I said, a regular girl, and she was a radio host. Uh, pardon me one second. And she didn't really like Superman all that well. She'd be trash talking him. Um, well, I put it this way, I would hate. Yeah, you probably would not want to see her TikTok account. So, so or a YouTube account as I heard a reviewer from the Jim Carrey Grinch movie uh when he was saw the scene when the Grinch was jury duty, fate, jury duty, jury eviction notice. Man, what a troll. Imagine if this guy had a YouTube account. So yeah. Yeah, so in my fan fiction, Livewire would also be an alien like Lobo. And like Lobo, they're both from Krypton there. And they're a couple. So they're stealing tech from LexCorp. Superman and Supergirl show up to stop them. And of course, this is their first encounter with Lobo and Livewire, and yeah, Lobo's kind of like, man, these two are pretty strong. We better retreat. We better retreat, babe. And yeah, I definitely, Lobo kind of got that rock star vibe to him. So imagine Hulk Hogan as a rock star, and kind of mixed with what's his name, Motor Ed from Kim Possible. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, cuz, what kind of a secret layer do you have? Everybody knows where you live. So, yeah, gotta imagine that kind of going. Uh, so they defeat Lobo and Livewire. They retreat. Uh, like, oh, we're gonna get you next time. Yeah. So Lex Luthor, he thanks Superman and Supergirl. Um, then they come home as, of course, Clark and Supergirl originally. Um, Now let's here's a little another thing that's kind of changed too. Now Superman is actually still pretty much the same as far as name wise, Clark Kent. Also, we know his Kryptonian name is Kal El. Uh, Supergirl, her Kryptonian name is Kara El. Kara, Kara. For some reason, I have never heard her have an Earth name. For some reason, they whenever they call her, like when she's just regular civilian form, they still call her by her Kryptonian name. Whereas with Superman Kal El, they call him Clark. So that was kind of like odd there. So I gave her an Earth name, Cora Kid, and they are and originally they would be cousins, but in this they're brother and sister. This is because, like I say, it's kind of a reference to me and Big Sis Casey. We're not Me and Casey. We're not biologically related, but we that's how we look at each other, like a brother and sister. She's like a year above me, so she's yeah. That's why I say Big Sis Casey. And here that kind of would here I may they are biological brother and sister in here. Also, another little interesting fact, um, because I'm, African American, and Casey, she's Caucasian. Um, the biological relation here in the fanfic is actually due to an app to a little not sure what you would call it, but it's I guess I'll just say an abnormal birth. Um, this actually was something that happened. Um, it's very rare, but there was a news report once years ago. I think I was like a kid when this happened, but there was a news report where it was an African American couple. They had two. I think they had like two or three kids. Uh, the first two were African American, like the couple, but then they had one kid that was born between the two of them, came out Caucasian. So it was a so that's kind of what happened with Superman and Supergirl. They're in here. Clark Kent, aka Superman, is actually now called the Kryptonian, but if I guess you go by Earth standards, Clark would be considered African American because of how his skin tone is. Um, Same with his Kryptonian parents, African American. However, his sister Cora came out Caucasian skin. So I guess they say both real life Earth and fantasy Krypton have this little rare thing going there sometimes. So as I say, and now you know. So that's what's going on there. Um, also another thing to note, at this point, at the start of this fan fiction, it starts in the year 2002. Both Clark and Cora, aka Superman, Supergirl, They are teenagers, 14 by the way, both 14 years old. Um, and Carl was actually born like a few minutes before Clark, sort of like the twin logic there. But like I say, I guess you say fraternal twins there. So yeah, that so yeah, she is the older one, and originally a lot of media has shown Supergirl being younger than Superman, but originally she actually is older than Superman in some universes. Interesting to know. So so here for the fanfic, they're both like 14. After dealing with Lobo and Livewire, they come home. And they watch their favorite show, Yu-Gi-Oh, because growing up, that's what me and Casey watched. We watched Yu-Gi-Oh. And say it's time to duel. so so they watch Yu-Gi-Oh. It's the episodes. Previously it was like previously on Yu-Gi-Oh. That previously they saw the episodes where they defeated the Paradox Brothers. My favorite tag team episode. Yeah. Yeah. Against us two, one mere duelist would be cream. So you must duel us as a team. Tag team it is. And I'd be honored if Joey would duel by my side. You got it, bro. So they recently saw those episodes, the conclusion of that match, and they see two other episodes that come on right when they get home. It's the first two episodes of a three-parter Yugi versus Kaiba rematch versus Seto Kaiba, right on the Duelist Kingdom Castle when Seto first tried out this duel disc. That's if you were to see it, you probably some of y'all would probably think of Beyblade because of the way they have to throw it out, stand back and prepare for battle. So yeah, so they see that, and like I say, it goes up to where Kaiba infected Yugi's deck with this virus, where he couldn't play monsters over 1500, but Yugi was still fighting though. Um, until of course Kaiba, now I use polymerization to merge all three of my blue eyes white dragons to create a monster without peer. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon! You can't defeat me, Yugi. And, it's all in that whole tension. Everything is riding on this match, this duel. My grandpa, this tournament. Draw your card and face your fate, Yugi. Heart of the cards. Guide me. Let's finish this, Kaiba. And it ends on that cliffhanger. So of course, Clark and Cora, they're excited about what's going to happen next. Obviously, the conclusion is going to come first thing that Saturday morning. Like say back then, Yu-Gi-Oh would come on Saturday mornings at 7 o'clock, and then it would be a second episode at 10 o'clock. So, so yeah, they can't wait for those new episodes for that Saturday morning. And just as they're all excited about that, they had a good victory against Lobo and Livewire, and then this tensing duel. Suddenly, their Earth parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent, um, they have some bad news. Basically, for Clark. Clark has failed the math portion of his middle school final exam and his English class, and he has to go to summer school to retake them. And if he doesn't pass, he won't be able to graduate and advance to the ninth grade in high school. Clark gets really depressed and upset about this. This was written in here. This was actually something personal to me. I actually had to go to summer school to in order to graduate and get into high school because yeah, just like Clark, I failed the math portion of my exit exam and my English class. Um, Basically, the test, the me failing the math part of my final exam was due to the fact I did not take the test seriously, and I really should have. Um, the English part, kind of a mix between possibly yeah some on my end, and also the English teacher in my eighth grade English teacher kind of had it for me. Yeah, sort of one of those situations. Y'all, some of y'all watching, y'all probably have had a teacher at some point that you probably felt had it for you. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but because of maybe maybe certain circumstances, you may have felt like they had it in for you because you're a kid. Sometimes you think sometimes certain ways that a teacher might come across. As a kid, you probably thinking like, why they always like on me like that? Oh, they don't like me. Mom, Dad, my teacher just don't like me. So yeah, had one of those there. I'm pretty sure he had that. Pretty sure all of us have had that at some point in school there. Yeah, or at least most of us anyway. I know I did. So, matter of fact, I even had a seventh grade science teacher that I felt had it for me because she was so quick to write me up just for the least bit of tardiness I had getting into the class. Like, oh, mm, they just don't like me. Why do you always gotta pick on Gabe? So anyway, so Clark is pretty depressed about this, and this is exactly how I felt when I got that notice that I had to go to summer school. I was really depressed, and to the point where I felt like, what was the point? I'm probably not even gonna get to high school. So meanwhile, Lex Luthor, and by the way, this version of Lex Luthor in this fan fiction is actually, I know the OG Lex Luthor from the Superman animated series, Clancy Brown. Ah, I don't know what you heard, but I know what you can prove, and it's nothing. You see, Superman, I own all of Metropolis. Everybody here pretty much works for me, whether they know it or not. So that would, yeah, you would think, yeah, probably he's probably gonna think of that Lex Luthor, which that's a good guess. But I want to do a little something different. So I'm imagining Samuel Jackson as Lex Luthor, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So yeah, kind of have that cool, suave, but still sinister Lex Luthor. So so he announces on the news about Project Metallo, an android with the exact powers of Superman and Supergirl, but stronger. And the power source for the android comes, or let me say it like Lex would say, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce y'all to my Project Metallo. I know we, I know Superman and Supergirl do all they can to keep us safe and everything, but they're only two people. There's only so much that even they can do. So, but what if we were to offer them some assistance? That's where Metallo comes in. Metallo here has the exact strength of Superman and Supergirl, but he's a lot stronger. And the power source for this android comes from some mysterious rock fragments found by our space explorers, Hank and Terry. Hank and Terry Penshaw. Let's give them a hand. And Hank and Terry Henshaw. Anybody who's really been reading on Superman comics know that Hank Henshaw is the one. Something. Let's just say, um, if I think first time I saw this was the new 52 movie, Reign of the Superman, where they had a cyborg Superman. that was actually Hank Henshaw. He had been rebuilt into Cyborg Superman. And he actually kind of looks a little bit like Clark, aka Superman. So, yeah, maybe. So, I guess maybe there's more to it than just, oh, Clark puts on some glasses and nobody knows he's Superman. Because apparently he's got a double in this universe, Hank Henshaw. Who knew? Um, so yeah. So but they work but him and his wife were space explorers and due to an accident to Hank, that's he was brought back and they rebuilt they gave him modifications until he was made into Cyborg Superman. So chances are that that would happen later in my fanfic series. Um Meanwhile, Lobo and Livewire, they see the announcement and they decide to have their human assistant, Wenzo Schott, Schott. Um, Probably, I wish they would have just called him Wenzo Scott, but that's what his name is, and and this guy is the one that becomes Toyman in the Superman lore. So they have Winslow to hack into Metallo's programming in order to steal him. Then Saturday morning arrives. I remember waking up on Saturday morning, especially high school, having big sis Casey to like, "Hey, wake up! It's time to watch Yu-Gi-Oh!" So yeah, call and make sure I was up, and we'd be like, okay, we'd be on the phone while watching the show. But I guess in this case for Clark and Cora, since they're biologically related and in the same household, they just right there, all right, let's watch some Yu-Gi-Oh. So they get up to watch, and Cora's kind of hoping that this helps to lift Clark's spirit, especially that conclusion to that duel between Yugi and Gaiba. However, once they get toward the end of the episode, those of you that know, Yugi actually had this really good combo. First, he started with, like, Kaiba, I've drawn the card that can defeat your ultimate dragon. Say what? You lie. Karibo in attack mode. Hurry up and finish your turn so I can knock the stuffing out of your Karibo. I activate multiply, making one of my Karibo into many, and which created a big defense wall for Yugi because he couldn't destroy the Karibos. Then Mammoth Graveyard, Polymerization, and the Living Arrow card. That's what he used that combo to weaken the Ultimate Dragon each turn, and eventually he was able to summon one of his monsters under 1500 to cut off a head of the Blue Eyes, the Celtic Guardian. So at this point, Kaiba was in a really depressed state here because he felt like he wasn't going to be able to save his little brother Mokuba. Yugi, it can't end this way. If I don't defeat you in this duel, Pegasus will keep Mokuba prisoner. I can't let that happen. But I'm going to force your hand and win this battle, Yugi. And if you've seen him, he was. Kaiba stood on the edge of the castle to practically commit suicide. Um, that's pretty much what he was going to do. I know I said it, but that's what it was because he told Yugi, attack my blue eyes again, and the shockwaves might cause me to lose my balance. So, and I know in the Japanese version of the episode, that he was doing sort of like something similar to a Russian roulette when he backed up toward the edge of the castle there. But anyway, it was sort of attack, and I'll jump off this castle or surrender. And of course, Yugi could not bring himself to do it. And Kaiba ended up taking the advantage to win. Then underhanded sleazeball wipe Yugi out. If Yugi had done what needed to be done, he would be entering the castle, not me. So this seeing Yugi lose like and also the way because Yugi got real emotional. I mean that pretty much scared the crap out of him there. Clark becomes even more depressed, thinking that he's never going to get into high school. Yeah, see, yeah, I mean you think about you're in Clark's position as a kid or a teenager, and you see your hero on TV all of a sudden suffer a great loss like that. Yeah, that kind of it's that possibly would kind of affect you a little bit there, seeing your hero in that position there. Yeah, so Clark he become more depressed, thinking he's not going to get into high school, and he doesn't even want to watch any more of the Saturday morning cartoons. There, he's just like, I can't watch anymore. Cora is about to say something here, but suddenly an urgent news report probably interrupting we interrupt your Saturday morning programming for this special news break. There is an attack at LexCorp. Hey, and so Superman and Supergirl they show up there, show up to LexCorp, and turns out the attack is being caused by a reprogrammed Metallo, thanks to Winslow hacking into the system. Metallo eventually has the advantage over Superman and Supergirl because of his power source is weakening them. And Lobo and Livewire they see what's going on, and they've actually figured out what the power source is. So they decide to gloat, as a lot of villains like to do, like sort of like something Megatron from Beast Wars pointed out. Sometimes Predacons gloat too much. So they're like, well, well. See, you guys, the power source is actually kryptonite from the planet Krypton, where we're all from. Me, my, my live wire here, and you two kids. We're all from Krypton, but apparently the reason why you are so weak to the kryptonite and everything, because y'all were raised up on this weak little planet Earth, while we've been on Krypton and around the galaxy and everything. So we're a lot tougher than you in resistance to it. Guess you can't rock with that. Get it? Rock with the rock. Let me crack myself up, don't I, babe? So yeah, they're gloating on about that. And just when you think it's over for Superman and Supergirl, suddenly a warrior girl zips into action, um, and whamming Metallo into the wall with her sword, causing the kryptonite to fall out. She quickly takes the kryptonite up into the sky, and you probably just give you a little hint of who this warrior girl is. Um, she throws it up, and she has like these she has bracelets on her arm. Smashes the kryptonite between them bracelets. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I think. Let me say. Let me. Yeah, because I gotta try to make interact though. I try to take a guess who this warrior girl is. Got bracelets. She smashed the kryptonite between them bracelets, and that little theme song. Da, 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 da. Who y'all think this is that just entered the scene? Let me let me see. I bet old EJ probably know. bet you bet you he know. And I know somebody else is in here with entered in here. Definitely give a like and yeah, see if you can guess who the warrior girl is. Who who y'all think that warrior girl is? Yeah, see, anybody? Do a little Jeopardy theme there. Well, let me. I give it. Let's see. Let me put another hint up there, which this probably just give it away. Yeah, y'all know, y'all can guess now. Guess now. It is. It is a giant. Let's see who gonna put it in the chat there. Ooh, yeah, well, it's actually Wonder Woman. Yes, oh, it's Wonder Woman. She's so yeah, she has a small appearance in here, so which is smashing that kryptonite. But she does it really quickly though. There's a reason why. Um, so because of that, Metallo is still able to function, but he's easily defeated by Superman and Supergirl because they are no longer weakened by the kryptonite. Lobo and Livewire, they retreat. Like, we'll get you next time. they they take off running, and they approach the girl, and that's what she tells them, that she's Wonder Woman, but uh but she said, don't tell anybody I was here, and flies off. So yeah, she's kind of keeping a little secret to herself there. And just like Superman and Supergirl, she's also a teenager as well. Uh, so so after all of this, Clark is still depressed, thinking that he's not going to graduate. And however, they managed to make it back home just in time to see the 10 o'clock episode of Yu-Gi-Oh, which involves Taya dueling Mai. So remember, when Yugi lost to Kaiba, Kaiba took 5 of his star chips. So Mai showed up to offer Yugi some star chips that she had won for a favor that he did for her. But Yugi was so depressed he wouldn't even say anything. So Taya dueled Mai for the star chips there. Um, and not only was she able to win and get star chips back for Yugi, but also sort of got him out of the depression state a little bit, kind of pepped him up. Yugi, are you with me? Well, maybe I gave up too quickly. So yeah, sort of kind of sort of brought Yugi to a little bit there, and upon seeing this, Clark actually sort of makes Clark think about how Wonder Woman helped him and Supergirl when they were struggling. Seeing Taya, come to Yugi's rescue like that. So that kind and then this gives Cora an idea to really kind of boost Clark's confidence up. Cora tells Clark, she says, Clark, I'm going to summer school with you to take some extra classes, and also to make sure that you pass and graduate. And Clark is for he's like, well, Cora, what about your summer vacation? Cora tells him, there is no summer vacation without you, little brother. And I want you to enter high school with me as a team, just like when we're superheroes. So this motivates Clark, and he declares that he's gonna pass and enter high school with his sister Cora. And this actually relates, like I say, how this happened. Well, let me finish the story, and I'll let y'all know how this also relates to me as well. Um, so meanwhile, Lobo and Livewire, they go into space, and they're gonna try to find some more kryptonite or something else that can defeat Superman that can destroy Superman and Supergirl. Lex is repairing Metallo, and he starts getting some ideals of creating his own superpower being. Hmm. Almost kind of made me think of Pegasus when they say, our Kaiba has been defeated by someone named Yugi. Hmm. So that is the first that's the first episode of Superman Supergirl. Reign of Justice. No hero is truly alone. Uh, lot kind of a connection to them watching Yu-Gi-Oh. So as well as doing their thing as Superman and Supergirl dealing. So how how that last part related to me when like I said earlier, when I thought it was all over because like, oh my goodness, I got to go to summer school. I don't know if I'm gonna get to high school or not. Not this thought. I just lost my confidence there. But I went, but I was like, what's the point? And it wasn't the first day, but it was my second day of summer school. That's when I was sitting at lunch by myself, and Casey came over there. She said, "You mind if I sit here with you?" Like, yeah, yeah, sure. And then I know, like, then I looked at you. Look a lot like that. You look a lot like Taya from Yu-Gi-Oh. And I actually what I said was you look like that brown haired girl from Yu-Gi-Oh because I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh at the time, but I didn't fully understand what I was watching. But it was cool though. And so she said, "Oh, you mean Taya? I get that a lot." And next thing you know, we started talking about the show, and that right there really the start of that, the sharing the interest in Yu-Gi-Oh, and becoming friends, that really boosted my confidence up, motivated me. It gave me a reason to come up to summer school, just with that. And like, okay, I think I can do, I think I can do this. I can pass my class, just from that motivation, that lift of my spirits from having a friend like Casey there. So as Robert Williams say, you ain't never had a friend like me. so that so that I put that in the fanfic here with Clark and Cora. Um, in her case, she's voluntarily going into summer school to make sure Clark passes. So that's pretty much what Casey did for me. She pretty much looked out for me in summer school there, and helped me get through that there. So yeah, that basically is so now how how this starts off. How the series is starting off, where the inspiration comes from, pretty much the premise going forward. The reign of justice part of the title indicates that there are other heroes out there, which of course, DC Universe, obviously there are other heroes more than just Superman and Supergirl. Uh, Sort of like similar to Dawn of Justice from Batman vs Superman, but uh, not but a little but a little different. But yeah, as I say, the whole thing of the Justice League promo and all that. So yeah, that was so yeah, that's pretty much how it is going forward there. Let me hear from you guys. So what do y'all think about this first episode so far? Yeah, I think teenage Superman, Supergirl. Going through summer school and fighting evil and stuff like that. Other superheroes coming along and stuff like that. Teen heroes. Probably gonna be a Teen Justice League so coming up. So what do y'all think about this going forward? Y'all kind of enjoy it. Did y'all enjoy that? Y'all got anything y'all want comments or any question or anything maybe you want to know more about there? Maybe you got questions, comments. So, yeah, let here's some Q&A here. Yep. What anybody eat Say, how EJ Janara, y'all got anything? Y'all got anything y'all want to comment about there? Ooh boy, yeah. Let me while y'all getting that together. Let me a few things to show y'all there. Let me, ooh, definitely not that there. Seeing as this was a little something interesting, I kind of doodled with there. Get rid of that there. But this is something I kind of doodled with. Compare me, EJ, Case, and Christina to the Scooby Gang. With me dressed up like Fred from the live action movie. Yeah, kind of a chubby Fred there. Even got Fred with a hat. Yeah. Look like that hat's the same color as his hair. Of course, Christina, of course, she wanted to be Daphne. Yep. Yeah. Yep. And then, of course, Casey's definitely a fan of Vilma. hmm And then, of course, that leaves EJ with Shaggy. Like the Zoinks. Pretty built Shaggy there. If they say Shaggy been hitting that gym. And again, running from monsters will do that to you. Yeah, that's quite a bit of workout doing all that running. Say, no wonder he stays so skinny. Yeah, and then since I did mention that Casey sort of resembled Taya a little bit, it's interesting what the AI can do there. Yeah, that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So y'all didn't have like any thoughts or anything about the fanfic there? What y'all think about it there? You're trying to so you just say trying to get a little feedback, a little interaction there. You know, anything maybe or maybe you might want to know about if want to know any sneak peek info of what might be to come. A lot of know how we love to be wanting to know what's going to happen next. Yeah. Mhm. Mm, boy. Mm, I guess not. I guess there's nothing. Guess there's nothing to state there. Well, I guess if something come to mind, there's always you can always comment section is always open there. Um, yeah, I was just hoping maybe we could have talked about it here, but yeah, if something comes to mind, yeah, definitely put in that comment section. So that's pretty much all. That's pretty much what I got for just the first episode of the fan fiction there. So I think I'll just kind of wrap it up here, and so yep, like what y'all heard and everything. Definitely make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Definitely get our available books that we have, and also support us on that Patreon, just like AJ the Supreme, Big Sis Casey, and Iceman Universe. Also, let's hang out, Facebook, Discord, and of course, even here, with these live streams. Yeah, definitely even hang. Yeah, this is a hanging out option. Probably always was, but more so with the live stream. Yeah, and we can sell each other some stuff on that the Carrot app. And if nothing else, as I say, if they speak now, forever hold your peace. So I guess if nothing else, well, guess we'll see y'all in the next stream. Might possibly be the next episode, or might be one maybe something from one of my other fanfics, like Hokara or something, or just something else altogether. Uh, but until then, we will definitely see you guys later. Y'all take care, everybody. Have a good night there. Say, I'll get us some sleep here. See y'all later, everybody.